Hi everybody, this is Black Lion. Now, this is a response to one of my subscribers who watched one of the videos that I put up early, and if you haven't watched it, it's titled Why Dubai. In this video, I was explaining a couple of reasons that I decided to move and settle in Dubai for a while. And this is the reason why I'm making this video today, because she commented and said, when I mentioned that accommodation in Dubai is respective of how much you earn, and then my subscriber, there you are, Manjuru, you said it's irrespective of how much you earn, it's regardless, it is expensive. So I just wanted to make that clarification, and this is why I'm making this video today. The reason why I'm making this video today, that it's depending on how much you earn, is for four main reasons. Just before you can proceed further, just as a comment, everywhere in the world you go, you will find that the closer you are to the CBD, that's the Central Business District, or the closer you are to the municipality, depending on where you are, whatever country that you're in, the real estate usually goes up. The prices usually goes up. It is the common trend, and it's like the rule of thumb for real estate. It does not change. So same applies to here. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is my channel is here, and I do this to share experience on how to survive in Dubai. I don't say I have all the answers, but I say the tricks and the ways in which I used to survive. So when it comes to accommodation, you will find that the prices are really high when you're coming closer and closer to the CBD. That's why the prices be high. But it's always up to you to decide and find the accommodation that is according to the amount of money that you earn at the end of the month. And just so you know, that the amount that you earn is usually the primary determinant of what how your life is going to be in the UAE. Your salary, that salary that you're negotiating for, the very first point that you land in the UAE, is going to determine so many things. It's going to determine whether you can live with a family. It's going to determine whether you can afford certain types of accommodation. It's going to determine whether you can maybe afford to buy a car. It's going to determine many things. You can afford to rent an apartment. Many things are depending on that salary. So before you make that trip, or when you're making that trip, be prepared to arrange your salary according to what you're going to live, your life is going to be like. That's why in many of my videos I have mentioned, I try to encourage my subscribers to aim high. That's the reason why I made the video Set the Bar High. Most of the time we don't do so, but I'll not go into that. So now coming back to the point, what do you want to earn when you land into the UAE? That will be your determinant. If you're going to get more than 4,000 dirham, just know that's going to unlock a lot of things for you. So you look for jobs knowing that. So now that brings me back to my important questions. Now there are four types of accommodation in Dubai. There's four types of accommodation, and the reason why I'm saying this is because from my observations, you have the bed space. This bed space is the rental or the building accommodation, where one person leases out an apartment under his name, and then he pays all the bills, and all the monthly rent, and usually he has the contract between him and the building owner. And then what he does, he goes ahead and sublets smaller spaces for other people to be able to, pay and live there in small bed spaces. Sometimes they go ahead and partition them. Sometimes they go ahead and just leave it open so people can leave, around 6 or 4 people in a room or so. Now that's the bed space. And then we have the second category, that is the rental accommodation for apartments for owners to live in. So these are the guys who actually rent out the apartment by your name, and then you live in with your family, or you live in by yourself. It depends. If you can afford it, you live it in your apartment. That's the group number 2. There's the group number 3 is the townhouses. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're a collection of homes that are similarly designed, and they're in one community, and they're located together. If you want to know, you can go look out for townhouses in Google, and you can see so many townhouses in Dubai. So these you can rent or you can own as well, depending on the developer. And then we have the final group that I see is the villas, stand-alone villas. These are villas in gazetted places. You can be able to, rent these villas and live, depending on the size of your family, and also be able to own in some places. Not all the villas you're able to own. Okay, so now this gives you a perspective. Now, can you be able to rent a villa if your salary is 4,000? That's the question. Can you be able to rent an apartment if your salary is less than 4,000? Can you be able to rent a townhouse if your salary is less than this amount? So this is a simple indicator. The reason why I said it's basing on what you earn. So just get me clear. So if you want to be able to live in the right place in the right accommodation, you're able to earn the right amount of money. Now goes back to how do you make it, how do you wither through that, and how do you manipulate the survival tactics in this. Now just know that there's so many things that you're looking for in accommodation. For example, myself, I'll give an example. I wouldn't want to stay near the district and pay a lot of money, the closest to the center, the busy places, and pay a lot of money. I would rather stay far away and live like much comfortable in a large space and proper space, and at least make up for that in transportation. I don't mind driving 1.5 hours every day to get to work, okay? But as long as when I get back home, it's proper accommodation for me. Now there are those who say, no, I cannot compromise on that time on traffic and all that, so I'll pay that money and then I'll live closer to the city. So, for example, there's many other states around the UAE. You can't live only in Dubai. You can live in Sharjah, you can live in Ajman, but you can work in Dubai. For my case, I live in Ajman and work in Dubai. I make the trip every day, but the amount of money that I pay for an apartment in Ajman is half the amount of money that I'll pay for an apartment if I was living in the same kind of apartment in Dubai. So this is how you can try to, walk away for it. At the end of the day, you have to find a way and a simple calculation that works for you. So this is your choice. You're the one who decides. Now, this is the reason why I say accommodation is basing upon how much you earn. How much do you earn? How much do you want to earn when you get into the UAE? Now, not saying that you cannot start from anywhere. You can start from anywhere as long as you can be able to have yourself and your goals straightened right. But just remember, what you start with, you're most likely to have hardships changing your career. So keep that in mind, all right? So this is why. Now I hope this clarifies a little bit for my subscriber. And if you have more questions in that regard, we can discuss more. I'm happy to answer. Just keep them coming and let's get more. So if you're new to my channel and you've watched up to now, oh boy, there's a lot of content that you're yet to catch up on, and we're glad to have you on board. So just click the subscribe button if you haven't until now, and join us as we continue to grow. Thank you for being with me until now. You just go on and have a good time. Cheers and bye.